YouTube. This is Nova from Four Guys in a Comic, and I finally got some shelves set up, so I think it's time. I went through my collection and put it out there and let everyone see what it is that I own, since I do not collect single issues as much. Yeah, so let's dive in. I'll ramble on as I go. So, got a little bit of manga. I've sort of been dabbling in it. And really enjoying my time doing so. These Astro Boy books are terrible. Do not pick them up. You cannot read it. It's not possible. They're just physically not built well. Anyway, Magi incredible series. If you've watched the anime, you gotta read the manga. Fate Zero, Planets, Ultraman, great stuff. A lot of hardcover manga love now recently, which is even more of an incentive for me to pick up more. But got this random The Graveyard Book, which is a illustrated graphic novel written by Neil Gaiman. I believe Patrick Russell, if I'm not mistaken, is the illustrator and basically created this format for Mr. Gaiman. Anyway, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 1, Part 2 completed, and Part 3 is coming out now. Very exciting stuff. Love me some JoJo. Really fun stuff. Vinland Saga is also really fun, but just incredible. Probably the best manga I've ever read in my life. Back here, I've got stuff like One Punch Man, Seventh Garden, Seraph of the End, I think. There are a bunch of different series that I'm slowly working on. I've also got the first 2 box sets of One Piece, which are somewhere else. They're in one of my closets, but I'm not going to go and pull it out. I do apologize for the lighting. It's, I turned the brightness up on my camera, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Anyway, getting into the bigger books, Lock and Key, I got the first and third Master Edition. I do need to get the second one, and I will soon, because it's awesome. The Rocketeer really took me by surprise. I got it as a lightning deal on Amazon for like $30. Blew me away. Written and drawn by Dave Stevens, and it's just such a great book. Bunch of image stuff here, the Chew Smorgasbord editions. Every Remender Deluxe, since they do come massively oversized. Private Eye over here, great book. Noah, Station 16 was a really quick but fun read. I've sort of been into European creators for a little bit now, and that was a really cheap book to get on Amazon, so I did. Fear Agent, The Goon, top 5 things I own. I love the series. Cannot wait for Volume 5. Just an incredibly written and drawn book. You really got to check it out. The Hellboy Library editions, Volume 1 through 6. Got my Dark Knight Returns Joker here, which is great. The Massive, fantastic read. Big Damn Sin City. Get that book. It's awesome. It's really just a really good read, and that format works beautifully. Even though it's so big, it reads really well. So I got some Humanoids books here, and these are some of the European books I've sort of been on a kick on. Bramble is phenomenal. It's an ecological detective type thriller. Izuna I haven't read. I'm just going to say all of these books have unbelievable artwork. Yeah, that cover speaks for itself. In the Meta Baron, I'm waiting for book 2 before I dive into this, but gorgeous artwork as well. But yeah, followed by one of the best books I've ever read, The Meta Barons by Jodorowsky, which is just incredible. Jimenez on artwork. It's just such a good book. If you like sci-fi, if you like space operas, definitely check it out. It's a really well done book. Absolute stuff coming up, so Long Halloween, Dark Knight. All-Star Superman, Infinite Crisis, Preacher, Sandman, Transmet, Absolute V for Vendetta, Watchmen. Got some other stuff going on here, a couple pops. Arkham City statue. And now more trades. A little Raphael Grandpa Batman statue, a really great, super detailed thing. I love it. So 52. Now, I'm gonna do some complaining. Um, why? You, I know you guys changed your logo, but why? Give us that at least. Come on. For the OCD people out there, you gotta. Here, I realize my camera's not focusing now. You gotta give us the old symbol. Anyway, Batgirl. This is the Cassandra Cain stuff. I haven't read it, but I know it's good. I've heard a lot of amazing things, and I can't wait. They're reprinting Brian Q. Miller's run in thicker trades. I'm very excited for that. Batman, almost all of No Man's Land. I just need to get Road to No Man's Land Volume 2. Random Flash by Millar and Morrison. JLA 1 through 8, and we finally got 9. We finally got 9, and you know, what do? Completely different spine than every other book. I don't know sometimes. Anyway, I'm struggling to fit that in. Finish it off with Omega Man and the first volume of Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka. And now some more Vertigo and DC. Got my little Capullo Batman there. 100 Bullets, Volume 1 and 2. I need to get more of that. Northlanders 1 and 2. Sandman Mystery Theater 1 and 2. Mark Millar's 3 Swamp Thing volumes. We 3. Joe the Barbarian as well. I missed that. Sorry. I got a few Golden Age Archive editions. They're really fun read if you want to sort of change the pace of your stories that you're being entertained by. The Authority is just phenomenal. If you can't pick up the Absolutes, which I know it's pretty difficult to do, at least get the hardcovers. It's such a good read. I got some Batman trades there. Random Final Crisis. I feel like I have a lot of the Crisis books, but they're all in different formats. And I got these 2 custom-bound Justice League books. One is Jeff Johns' Justice League, and this collects everything up to and including Trinity War. And the Justice League Dark book collects everything starting from when Lemire started writing, I think was issue 9, up to and including the Blight event. Superman Earth 1, Superman American Alien, some Wonder Woman books, Earth 1, and True Amazon. Really enjoyed True Amazon. Great read. Alright, it's going to get dark here, but I do apologize for the lighting. These first 4 Captain America books are basically the Mark Waid run on Captain America back in, I think, the 90s or late 80s. Captain America by Rick Remender, it's another custom bind. Fantastic Four stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Mark Millar books. Really great run as well. Ghost Rider by Mr. Garth Ennis, Indestructible Hulk by Mark Waid. That's alright. Marvel Boy, Random Masterworks for the Mighty Thor, and I do have every hardcover for the Dark Tower. Unfortunately, Drawing of the 3 is not getting the same treatment. It's all trade paperbacks, which kind of bums me out. But, life moves on. The Complete Supreme Power by J. Michael Straczynski. I guess I do need to get the Hyperion volume as well, but Thor, this is the Jason Aaron God of Thunder series. Yeah, custom bound. I keep talking about these, but I haven't shown any of them. It's basically just the single issues put into a hardcover. It's pretty good binding as well, if I do say so myself. But yeah, anyway, fix that later. Wolverine Not Dead Yet, really good. I think it was like 4 issues or so. Fun arc. Warren Ellis, Lionel Yu on artwork. All New X Factor. This is the Peter David series. First James Bond volume by Warren Ellis. Leaving Megalopolis and No Hero by Warren Ellis. And Juan Jose Rip, who is now doing Britannia over at Valiant, and his art is spectacular. He is great. Moving on to the oversized section. Alright. Got some Batman stuff here. Not too much, kind of disappointing. Neil Adams Gothic Killing Joke Year 1. We need more oversized Batman stuff, clearly, for the newer folks who got into this stuff, who didn't collect all the great deluxes for Grant Morrison's run. DC Universe by Neil Gaiman, really fun stuff. Dial H, if you can get it, do it. It's really good. Highly underrated title. Flash Gotham Central. Green Arrow by Mr. Jeff Lemire. The entire Green Lantern run by Jeff Johns. I also tossed Brightest Day in there since it does follow Blackest Night. Alright, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Another Crisis that I have in a different format. JLA Earth 2, JSA Volume 1, 2, and 3, and I threw Hawkman in there because it's also by Jeff Johns, and it sort of ran concurrently with about midway through JSA Volume 2. Kingdom Come, the most recent deluxe edition, Multiversity, amazing, Orion, spectacular, Suicide Squad, and Superman, some oldie stuff, and the death and return of Superman. Alright, Superman Unchained, some Scott Snyder stuff here, Swamp Thing. Teen Titans by Jeff Johns, Trinity, fantastic story. Wonder Woman by George Perez. I cannot wait for the second volume. It'll be a bit weird because there's no volume indicator on this one. But anyway, getting into the Vertigo oversized books now. This is probably my favorite part of the collection because these are just incredible reads. Animal Man, DMZ, everything Grant Morrison, of course, I love the guy. iZombie, really fun book. Some more Grant Morrison with the Kid Eternity and the Kill Your Boyfriend / Vimanarama. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen omnibus. I was very fortunate in finding that at my local comic book shop. Planetary, spectacular. Sandman Overture, Scalped. Scalped is also right up there with the Goon. Incredible work by Jason Aaron. Sleeper, Sweet Tooth, Unwritten, and Why the Last Man. I mean, how can this not be my favorite part of my collection? These are just spectacular books. Alright, now my Marvel Omnis. I know what you're going to say. Annihilation and War of Kings, that's not alphabetical. What's the deal? It's the Cosmic Era. I mean, I don't have Annihilation, which makes me very sad. But that is now a White Whale book. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, kind of random. It's part of my Mark Waid Captain America stint, but it's not very good. Frank Miller's Daredevil. Deadpool by Joe Kelly, followed by the classic omnibus, which follows right after. Deadpool and Cable, great stuff. Eternals, Fantastic Four by Mark Waid, Ghost Rider by Jason Aaron, and The Infinity Gauntlet. Moving on, got Marvel 1602 hiding in the shadows there. Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu, Volumes 1 and 2. Surprisingly, very good read, just because the way it's written is very different than most comics of that era. New X-Men, Secret Warriors, S.H.I.E.L.D., the complete collection, the 3 Star Wars omnibuses, and the creme de la creme, Uncanny X-Force and Avengers. There's Mark Millar's Wolverine, and of course Jason Aaron's Wolverine, also hiding in the shadows. Wolverine and the X-Men, which is a very different pace and tone than Jason Aaron's regular Wolverine. Powers, probably one of the only Brian Michael Bendis things that I can bear to read anymore. TMNT Volumes 1 through 3, the IDW collections, are just stunning books. And then we get into the Valiant. Alright. I know it looks crazy. There's no, it's not alphabetical. It's sort of in order of the way I'd read it, and if someone were to ever come to my shelf, this is the way I'd say, read it in this order, and feel free to avoid the classic omnibus. It's good, but, I mean, once you've read the newer stuff, the older stuff doesn't look that much hotter, but I love Valiant. I do need to pick up some more books like Bloodshot Reborn. Hopefully I can get my hands on Archer and Armstrong. And I will probably avoid Shadow Man because it's not very good. So that's my shelf. I do still have one more little pocket to show you guys, so I will do that in 3, 2, 1. Bam! Just a little small image corner here, um, right above my desk. So whenever I'm feeling like I need to read something good, I don't have to go very far. East of West, Fade Out, Fatale. I cannot wait for the Velvet Deluxe. Five Ghosts, amazing. Where's the volume 2? Lazarus, volumes 1 and 2. Moriarty, Nailbiter. Moriarty's actually not bad. You can get it really cheap as well from Amazon secondary sellers. Nailbiter, Nameless, Outcast, Rat Queen Saga. Can't wait for volume 2. Hopefully we'll see a Rat Queen's volume 2 now that the series is coming back. Solstice, really good, surprising read. Yeah, if you can find it, check it out. It's a really interesting read. Southern Bastards and We Stand on Guard. So that is the entirety of my collection. Thanks for sticking by. It was a lot of fun to do. Kind of exhausting, but you know, I love comics and I love my hardcovers. Oh man! But thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out our podcast if you're looking for something comic related. We're going to be doing live streams now on YouTube. Tap and I will be trying to do it. I'm going to go out and say every Tuesday night, typically 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about the Rebirth. Oh, I guess we can't do Tuesday nights because it's not. Thursday nights. Thursday nights we're going to be doing it. Talking about the Rebirth titles of the week. And every Sunday we should hopefully have podcast live streaming as well. If not, you can always check us out on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, whatever your podcast app of preference is. And check out our other videos. I'm going to be hopefully doing overviews. If you saw a book here that you do want me to do an overview of, let me know. I'd gladly do it. And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you may use, whatever social media. And hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, you stay classy, Internet.